What is up, everybody? Renfail here, back again with some more Dune Awakening from the limited beta preview event that I'm currently recording this from. This is a special invite-only event that Funcom invited some content creators and press to in the middle of April 2025 to showcase the game ahead of the launch on May 20th. Because I'm playing an early access beta preview build, there may be some graphical anomalies. We just saw some dust coming through my house. You might see some bugs, performance issues, things of that nature. Don't pay them any mind. It's beta. They're meant to be here. We're here to have fun, showcase the game, and just enjoy a good time. So with that being said, shout out to Funcom for getting me an invite. Today's video is actually going to be a little bit of a twofer. We're continuing our exploration of the game and the first 5 hours of Dune Awakening, which has been airing in 30-minute episodes up to this point. We've still got a couple more to go. I believe this is episode 9, so we've got this one and one more to go. But this is also going to be a little bit of a crafting overview, which I will then cut out of this video to air on its own. So if you're watching this video and you see the crafting guide, it's part of this video, but you can also catch the crafting guide in and of itself in its own video. So if you catch that video somewhere else and you're like, wait, didn't I see that before? You did in fact see it before, because I like to cross over as much as I can to get the most bang for my buck and kill two birds with one stone. So before we get adventuring, don't forget there are more links down below to find more information about the game, as well as to find all the links to my Dune Awakening playlists. I have guides, we have Let's Play episodes, we have first impressions, we have early thoughts, we have all sorts of videos on this game. We will be playing this live daily streams on YouTube and Twitch at around 5 a.m. Central every single day. So, without further ado, let's talk a little bit about the crafting system, sort of an overview guide. I'll be doing a beginner's guide later on, but this is sort of a teaser of everything you need to know about crafting. So when you first start the game, and you've probably seen this in the early episodes, you will be going straight into your research tab to learn various recipes. So you'll start off, as an example, learning the makeshift clothing kit, the schematic kit, which will teach you how to make a set of makeshift clothing. You'll then learn how to make a Mala pistol. You'll learn how to make a respawn beacon. You'll learn how to make binoculars, so on and so forth. Once you learn how to make these things, many of those things can be crafted directly from this window right here, where you can just load things up, and as long as you have the ingredients, such as plant fiber and salvage metal, you can make those things directly from your inventory. There's tabs across the top, so you can see, like, we have essentials, water discipline, combat related stuff, construction related stuff, exploration related stuff. Now, this is all like the general stuff that you need to survive in the game from the very beginning of the game. So if you ever suffer a loss to, like, one of the sandworms, and you lose a lot of your stuff, you'll be able to always get back up and going by crafting the essentials that you can gather in and around the game world. Like, you'll always be able to find plant fiber, salvaged metal, and fuel cells just scattered around the environment, always in the newbie zones. So you'll always be able to very quickly and easily get up to speed with your basics. Now, beyond basics, this is when you actually have to craft things like extractors, and in this case we have over here a small ore refinery, which we have used to create a bunch of copper ingots. You can also do iron and steel, but in this case we have some copper. I'm going to put those into my inventory. We actually need those because we're going to be making a set of gear for the quest here today, which is part of the ongoing episode that we're recording. But this is also the perfect chance to showcase how the fabricator works. This is like a 3D printer. And again, this is early stage crafting. It gets more complex the deeper into the game that you go. So in order to get to the point where we were able to make this set of the gear that we're about to make, I had to make copper ingots, which required me to get copper ore and build that machine out front, which combines with this machine to be able to allow me to make the next set of things. So first and foremost, I need to make a kindjal, which is a type of weapon which we got a recipe for. It's a curved short blade used for close combat. So we're going to go ahead and check the recipes. I need copper ingots, plasteel, microflora fiber, and plant fiber. Now, I've gathered all of these resources and components, so I can go ahead and hit that craft button it will then start to make something. Now, what's really cool is you can see this item being assembled in real time in front of you, and it changes depending on what you're crafting in here. So you can go through here and actually, especially you want to go close up and watch it be made, you can go in here as well. So we made that item, but where is it? Well, it's still in the box here. Now you could click right here and grab it from here. You can also tab on over to the storage section and see what's in the machine. And right now the Kinjal's right here. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Then we'll back out, and that updated my quest. But I still need to make a full set of scavenger rags. Now before I do that though, I'm going to go back into my inventory and I want to unequip the knife that I have, the scrap metal knife, and I want to go ahead and make a oh, it's a schematic for something else too. Khalif's Drinker. That's a little bit different. I was looking at the wrong thing. Here's the scrap metal. What am I looking for? There it is. Kinjal right there. So we can go ahead and equip that. Also, I just noticed I got this really cool Khalif's Drinker. This is a special, unique knife. Holy crap. That's really awesome. I just noticed that. So this is something else related to crafting. Didn't even know this is in my inventory. You'll find schematics out in the world. You'll get them from quests and so on and so forth. These will allow you to make specialty items. So we're going to go ahead and research that right now. Yes. And that'll put that into my general fabricator so that I can then make it from the fabricator. Then if I were to go back over here to the fabricator, I would be able to find that probably in the weapons tab. There it is right there. Khalif's Drinker. Now I don't have... Oh, I do have the things to make it. But I'm not going to yet because I have to make the other stuff that I need. Because it wants me to make a full set of scavenger gear for the quests. So that means I need to make scavenger pants, scavenger boots, scavenger hood, scavenger gloves, and scavenger chest piece. Oops, I accidentally did 2 of the gloves. Pause. How do I need to expand and get rid of that, and then collapse that again, and select one of the gloves and add that. There we go. And then resume. So again, we can see in real time in front of us, since we're close up right now, it's making the boots. We can watch the boots be assembled in this screen right here. And again, I'm doing everything on the controller, but you can easily switch over to mouse and keyboard if you prefer. Suddenly we're on mouse and keyboard controls, but now we're back on this. So now it's crafting the mask. Now it's making the breastplate. And then finally it will make the gloves. Now once again, those go into the storage section of the... Oh, did I actually make the knife? I may have made the knife by accident. That's funny. Now, since there's multiple things in here, you can choose to take all, which we're going to do. Like
I've crossed
so.
the Vermilius Gap, Off-Worlder, and I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers.
And we've completed the quest.
I must delay our reunion until... Well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, Off-Worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus.
That's right, I am.
Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the Paranorth and reach the gap. But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, Off-Worlder. More than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
Perfect. So that's the next step of our journey. Now, before we do that, though, he gave me some goodies here. How do I compare? So I would say... Not sure how to compare two items directly. Well, in any case, that is damage per hit 8.1. That's 7.2. I think I want to use that instead. All right, we'll do that. Now, I don't know. Scavenger hood. Armor value 3, heat protection 3. So that has less heat protection, but it's just better for like battle, I guess. So we can go through here and basically equip this other set. What did I get over here too? A plasteel make. Okay, that's different. So I could, if I wanted to, like equip, and then equip, right? And that's a scavenger set, which looks pretty awesome, to be honest with you. I don't know. I accidentally made an additional hood, I think, by accident. So I could probably stash that in my box. Now I wanted to make one more thing here, which is the rifle. We're gonna make one of those because this will get rid of my pistol, which I really dislike because it's manual fire. Now this should, I'm interested to see what this rifle is like once we get into this. Okay. Go into our inventory. We can get rid of the... Oh, I guess it automatically equipped it? It did. Okay. And now... Hell yeah, buddy! We got a new rifle. So in any case, that's kind of an overview of the crafting system. You'll be doing a lot of stuff from crafting out of your direct inventory here to going into the fabricator and making things here, and then of course refining a lot of ore out there. So hopefully that helps you get going with understanding the crafting system in Dune Awakening. Of course, things, you know, the graphics might change a little bit, some of the icons might change a little bit, resources might change a little bit between now and launch, but that is in essence the crafting system. Now, for the rest of this video, however, we still got to do an adventure. So if you're only watching the crafting video clipped out, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. But for the rest of us, we're going to continue onwards into the desert because we have some adventuring to get into. And I'm going to go ahead and deposit some of these items that I don't need anymore because we are going to go exploring. I'm going to have to make another storage container, and I need to equip. I don't think I'm ever going to use the pistol again, so I could probably get rid of that. Alright, we want to make a container. I want to use that container, and in that container I want to stash fuel cells, plant fiber, salvaged metal, copper ingots, EMF generator, the pistol, quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. I kind of think that I need to take... Dude, I'm missing one of my blood vials. I may have accidentally gotten rid of them by accident. In any case, we could... Oh no, that's right. I have a... That's one's in my inventory and the other one's not. Okay. Now, because we're going across the desert, I kind of do want to use my still suit. But when I get over to the place I want to explore, I'm probably going to want to use the armor set that it gave me. Right? But because the desert is cruel and sandy, I probably want to bring a still suit, because if I'm not mistaken, we got to go a long way away. Let me check the map. We have to go to the Imperial Station number 2. And we're a long way from there. So, we're going to want to head up to Griffin's Reach, the trade post. I'm going to put a marker up there, and then we'll use the trade post as a base of operations, essentially, to move forth from there. So for now, what we want to do is we want to make our way across the desert up towards the trade posts, so that we can set up for our next stage of adventure. Now, that next stage of the adventure, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be meeting up with Babylonia, who is going to be joining us for some sessions to show off some duo content. And we will probably save that for the final episode of the first 5 hours of... Ooh, I get to try my rifle out. There may be another one, I'm not sure. Oh, there is. Alright, cool. Okay. I'm gonna need to craft some more ammo for this thing here in a bit. And we're also getting into sunlight, so we need to hustle. And I do need some scraps of metal to make some more ammo. So... Okay, let's take a moment to craft some ammo. We're going to lose the light quick. And that is a worm, which is not good. Just move it. The worm might eat me. Ah, just run, run, run. Get to the shade. I don't want sunstroke. Whoo! Oh, I got sunstroke. Alright, we're going to curve around this backside because I'd like to try to avoid... I'd like to try to stick to the shade. Alright, definitely, anytime you see fuel cells, pick them up, kids. Fuel cells are a big deal. This is the Dune Gap Gateway. Fuel cells keep the shields running on your house, which keeps the sandworms at bay, as well as keeps the sandstorms from destroying your home. So you definitely want to try to avoid those if you can. Avoid letting your home get out of batteries, I should say. So always be picking up fuel cells when you see them. It was interesting because it's random where you start off, and where I started off, I only had a handful of fuel cells available, but I had tons of scavenged metal, so I ended up with like 500 pieces of scavenged metal, but like no fuel cells. So that's been interesting to see, because once you get out into the world, you'll find additional areas. What I don't know, to check the map here, I don't know if I can cut up through here. It doesn't look like I can. Probably need to go around. Notice I'm not very good with aiming, because at least on the controller, there's no aim assist, so it's much easier to control your aim on the mouse and keyboard, but I'm playing with the controller, so I don't worry about it too much because this particular character has that turret that I can drop down, and I have the poison, which is one of the reasons I went with this build and those skills, because they really do help. Alright, let's go on up the hill here. Try to stay in the shade. Take a swig of my water. Swig of my water. Take another swig of my water. We're topped off. All right. We have now officially made it to the trading post. I believe it's called Griffin's Peak. Can't see the name of it right now. Filter, there we go. It's not that big of a deal. You can check out the social things here. Anyway, where we want to head for the next adventure is going to be the Imperial Testing Station number 2. But that's going to be a next time episode. Usually these things are around 30 minutes long. This one we're about 25 minutes in. So it's going to be a few minutes shorter. Only because I'm going to save the next video for when I have someone with me. So I can showcase a little bit of what the duo content looks like in Dune Awakening. You can obviously group with however many players you want, essentially. But most of what I've been doing up to this point has been solo content, but it'll be nice to showcase a little bit of the group-based content as well. So make sure you stick around for that. And of course, as always, thanks to Funcom for the invite to this special limited beta preview event. Hopefully you'll be joining us for the full game when it launches on May 20th. I'll be starting on the 15th with Head Start access, and I look forward to seeing everybody in-game once this is live. Don't forget there are a bunch of links below to find out more information about the game and to follow along with my coverage of Dune Awakening, including all the news articles, live streams that we've covered to date, all my guides, discussion videos, and beyond. So check those links out down below, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. So stay safe, and happy gaming, everybody.